Hey, this is Michael B. Hey, today we're going to be talking about air filters and making sure we have the right ratings when we put into our unit. I changed this filter out on the 25th of November, and I noticed that today it was a little short, and so I'm looking at changing this out, and actually it's a 16 by 20 by 1. And I noticed in the back of it, it's got about a 2-inch gap in the back. And I know it should not be a gap in the back of it. Don't let the air come out in the dust. You start seeing the dust all around everywhere. And of course, you see it all on the tables, blowing on out your vents. So to prevent that, we need to make sure we have the right ratings for it. So I'm gonna pull this one out. Hold 1 second. I'm gonna pull this out, and we'll notice it. We'll look at the difference that we have in this. You notice how thin this is, so you can almost see through it. This is the difference. This is a number 8. You see, this is a little thicker. So this is the basic one actually for these units. So let's go ahead and replace this in. And actually, you'll see it's actually, if I put them side by side, I don't know if you can see it or not. Let's see. If I put them side by side on top of each other, and you'll notice this thing is about 2 inches short. So that's why a lot of these particles in the air and all this dust was coming up in the house and through the unit here. So I'm gonna put this in, and of course you always want to make sure that where it say airflow here, you want to make sure that's pointing up. And a lot of times you want to have your air off when you do it. That way it won't try to pull up. Right now it try to suck up. Now you notice, you're looking here now, and you notice how it fits in here now. It fits flush all the way to the back wall here. It fits just flush. And that's where it's supposed to be. And that way it won't let that dust bypass it. How you see it all around the walls. And it won't let that dust pass by there. And that's what we're trying to do, not to let it pass and all this dust come up all in the house. It actually come through the vents, and that's where you get it on your tables and things like that. So the 8, like I say, the 8 V8 is actually the basic one on that. And I'm gonna explain this a little bit about this. Let me get the camera right. We'll hold for a second. Okay, I'm back. On this filter that's actually in the system, it only have a rating. We're gonna try to get to the light. Let's see. See if I can put this up here. Only have a rating of 2. So you know that's really nothing. That's really nothing. A rating of 2. That's real thin. Everything passes through this through the thin filter. That's why I started out putting the basic in. And the information it gives me on this, it's an 8, MERV8. It's asked for dust, pollen, lint, and pet hair and things like the pet hair. Number 9, REV9, is more defined on that. Small particles, they normally do small particles. And of course, if it's MERV10, then that's spores, mold, and some bacteria. And of course, when you get up to 11, that's supposed to be the superior filtration for the home, for allergies, pet, liner, pet. This actually does most of everything. Lead, dust, auto emission, smoke. It does a lot of the other things on it. And 8, they say actually is really, like I say, that's the basic one. It's just according what you really got, what you're trying to do, around the house. If you're looking at yours of 8, they say 8 and 9 is pretty much is about almost the same. Then of course when you go up higher to 11, which is the most efficient one, and of course that one do put a little screen on your AC unit because it says the higher MERV rating can create more resistance to airflow, which can potentially drain some older or less powerful HVAC system. And then, of course, whether or not it's designed for, sometimes you might end up having to ask your HVAC person that you have, or you don't ever have one, what your units you actually take. You know, say if you got an older unit or if you got a newer units normally can handle it, according to how many tons it actually is. So if you don't really know all of that, then I just got the basic one, 8 dust. But you can go through, like I say, go online and just look at the 8, 9, 10, 11 and see which one actually the best one for you. And then you go from there. Make sure always that you put the correct one in. Sometimes the homes already got one in. If it fit perfect, then you don't need to change anything. You just want to make sure you got the right ratings for the dust or the spores or the allergies or pet stuff. You want to make sure you got the right one, what you're trying to do at your house. I know I put the 8 in here, which is the basic, and I seen a lot of dust around here. And by having this MER2, which is so thin, nothing. It's really not doing anything for my system. The only thing it do is dust that's flying around the house. So make sure you get the right one. And that's why I say make sure it's very important to get the correct one, correct filters go in the house, and actually the correct rating that you want in it. If you get that, then your house should be fine. Thank you.